Hello class, I welcome you all to this session. This session we are going to look into formation of company. So under formation of company, we are going to discuss stages and important documents. Uh, what do you mean by formation of a company? Bringing the company into existence and starting its business. It's called as formation of company. So, what are the steps? Basically, there are four steps. One is promotion, second is incorporation, third, capital subscription, fourth, commencement of business. Now, what do you mean by promotion? It is conceiving a business opportunity and taking an initiative to form a company. Now, you have a business opportunity that's coming your way, and taking that initiative to form a company is called as promotion. Now, for any company, the hero, the father or the mother figure will be its promoter. Now, we have in the picture Mr. Narayanamurthy, who was the promoter, who is right now in the managing personality of Infosys. So, along with his wife, Mrs. Sudha Murthy, Mr. Narayana Murthy, uh, with his team of colleagues, formed a company called as Infosys, which is a global giant now. Before understanding the points of promoter, promotion, I want you all to look into the success story of Infosys. So, here comes the success story of Infosys. After seeing that short story about Infosys, you would have known how promoters are the most important person in shaping the life of a company. So now we are moving forward to know the steps in promotion or functions of a promoter. The first step is identification of business idea or opportunity. So first, the promoter's job is to first he should be confident about the business idea that he is having, the opportunities that he is having. So first, that identification is very important. Like Mr. Murthy had the vision for Infosys. Even though his first company called as Softronics failed, he didn't give up. He just had a vision for Infosys. Then the second one is feasibility study. Investigate all aspects with the help of facilities. That is, all aspects with the help of facilities as well as the specialists, the persons whoever specialized in their own field. Okay, so feasibility study is going through, you can see the triangle there. So in that you see technically, financially, economically, is that idea sound? Is it feasible? Is it practically possible to start a company like that? If started, what are the technical aspects? What are the financial aspects? What are the economical aspects? So all these aspects is to be investigated with the help of specialists. The third one is the name approval. That is, the name of the company needs to get approval from the registrar of the company. ROC is the registrar of company. So this name is to be unique. It cannot be similar or sounding familiar with the other company that is in existence. Okay, so name approval is the third step, and the fourth one is fixing up signatories to the memorandum of association. See, MOA is memorandum of association. Fixing up signatories to memorandum of association is very very important, because they will be the first persons to sign the official documents of company, and they are the first directors. They will be serving as the first directors of the company, who are very very important. So in case of Infosys, you had those six colleagues Mr. Murthy had. So they was the initial signatories of the company, signatories to the memorandum of association. Then the fifth one is appointment of professionals. Any company you cannot just like that run. You need to appoint professionals, either financial professionals or technical professionals or any sort of marketing professionals, persons who are specialized in areas of expertise. Okay, so they can be well versed in managing the company well in that particular area, because managing the company is very very crucial at this point of time. Then sixth is preparation of necessary legal documents, that is MOA, Memorandum of Association, AOA, Articles of Association, and prospectus, etc. So these are the steps in promotion or functions of a promoter. So every promoter of the company, these are generalized terms. Okay, these are generalized to all companies. For specific aspects of companies, you have specific points. So moving forward to the next slide, you have second stage, that is the incorporation. What do you mean by incorporation? It means registration of the company as a body corporate under the Indian Companies Act 2013 and receiving certificate of incorporation. Now, registration of a company as a body corporate, this is very important. Here is the birth of any company happens. Once the certificate of incorporation is received by any company, then it is called as a separate body corporate. It has a legal entity having perpetual succession. Okay, before the grant of certificate of incorporation, it is not yet recognized by law. That is, in layman's language, it is the company is not yet born, the company is not yet legally created. Okay, so incorporation is the certificate generally granted. Even a company can be incorporated in previous laws. When 2013 law is not formed, previous laws such as 1956, 1882, so all these laws also were there. So incorporation of company in either of these laws. Nowadays it is in Indian Companies Act 2013. Here comes the certificate of incorporation. If you can see, just pause the video, read the certificate, what does it says, and things like that. It has been issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay, so once this registrar has approved, it will be sent to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Ministry of Corporate Affairs of India will grant the certificate of incorporation. Okay, and the next is the steps in incorporation. The first step is application for incorporation to the registrar of company. So first we need to get the application sent to getting the grant of incorporation to the registrar of company. Now, registrar of company is the person who approves the name of the company, who approves the company's existence, that all the documents are correctly, filed, and all these things he checks. And if everything is right, he will just give the approval to incorporate the company. He actually forms a very important role in actually forming a company, because only his approval you can send your document to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay. Then the second one is the filing of necessary documents. The necessary documents that are important for a company is memorandum of association, articles of association, statement of authorized capital. Now we will learn about what is authorized capital in the next video. Right now I don't want to emphasize on that. Just pay attention. It is one of the important documents. Just know that alone. That is enough. Okay, and written consent of proposed director and pay for qualification shares. That is, the person whoever is acting the first director, I told you, the first director, they have to write, they have to give a written consent that they are consenting to act as the first director of the company. It's not easy to act as the first director of the company, because the company is initially in the forming stage, and you will have a lot of legal proceedings, legal aspects to be compiled, and also the path will be little rough, because it is the first forming. There are a lot of challenging decision making needs to be taken. A lot of efforts needs to be taken to incorporate a company which is being newly formed, startups in fact. So written consent of proposed directors and pay for qualification shares. Now to become the director of the company, you should have a qualification shares, that is, you should hold so many number of shares in that particular company. Then only you can hold a position as director. So those aspects should be filed correctly. Those proof of those things should be attached. And the fifth one, that is agreement with proposed managing director or whole-time director or manager. See, for a company, only director is not allowed, not enough, not allowed, not enough, because there will be other positions such as proposed managing director, whole-time director, or manager. Okay, and the next point is copy of a registrar's letter approving the name of the company. So name of the company also gets needs to be, the approval needs to be submitted, and notice of the address of the registered office. Suppose the registered office is not formed, it can just submit some authorized of address. But if notice not submitted at the time of registration, it can be submitted within 30 days of the receipt of the certificate of incorporation. So this is one aspect. And then statutory declaration affirming that all the legal requirements for registration have been compiled with. See, for every company, they should have some legal requirements that needs to be compiled. Say, for example, so much of authorized capital has been approved, and some approval of court advocates related to the nature of business, what business they are forming, how they are going to go about the projects. Is it legally possible to set up such a company according to the law framework? So all these statutory declaration needs to be affirmed that all legal requirement for registration has to be compiled with, and this must be signed by an advocate of a high court or supreme court, or a signatory to the memorandum of association, or a chartered accountant, or a company secretary in whole time practice in India. Okay, so these things should be clearly looked into. So either an advocate has to sign it, and or the signatories to the memorandum have sign it, or a chartered accountant should sign, or a company secretary should sign who is under whole time practice in India. So these are the steps. Then the third one is payment of fees. Then registration fees is to be deposited, which depends on the authorized capital. Suppose for example authorized capital is 1 crore, based on that registration fees will be percentage on your authorized capital will be the payment of fees. The fourth one is registration. Return on capital verifies all not return on capital, it is registrar of company verifies all documents and evidences of payment of fees. If he is satisfied that all statutory requirement regarding the registration has been compiled with, he enters the name of the company into register. This is very important. Once every document is pakka, there is no flaw in it, the registrar of company agrees, he enters the name of the company in his register. This register is this is a proof that the company is incorporated. Steps are over, only the issue of certificate is pending. The next step is certificate of incorporation, the date the company legally is born. Okay, and from the date in the certificate, the company is a separate legal entity with perpetual succession. So these are the steps in incorporation. The previous step is application for incorporation to written or registrar of companies, filing of necessary documents, and then you have payment of fees, registration, and certificate of incorporation. This is a summary of incorporation process. So with which we are completing this session. Next process we will be learning in the next video. I thank you, class. Please go through this and take notes, keep it ready, because it's included in your portions for unit test. Thank you.